Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we are diving into something that honestly feels like a literal superpower once you get the hang of it, and that is hacking your own focus. Look, if you've ever felt like your homework drags on way longer than it's supposed to, or that your free time just kind of evaporates into thin air, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to explore some incredibly practical, real-world techniques from a fantastic educational guide on mastering middle school focus. By the time we wrap up, you'll be fully equipped to just crush your assignments, and more importantly, you're going to unlock a whole lot more free time for the stuff you actually want to do. Okay, picture this. You finally sit down at your desk, you open your book, you're ready to study, and bam, does your mind suddenly feel like a bouncy ball that just got chucked against a wall, just ricocheting from one random thought to another? Like 1 second you're staring at a math equation, and the next you're wondering what someone said in the group chat, and then suddenly you're thinking about that video game you were playing earlier. It is absolutely exhausting, right? It takes so much of your mental energy just to keep that bouncing ball still. But here's the really fascinating part. That bouncing, it isn't a flaw in your brain. It's actually a natural reaction to the digital environment we've surrounded ourselves with. Section 1, the bouncy ball brain. The sneaky villains stealing your time. So it turns out struggling to focus isn't some sort of personal failure. You are literally in a constant battle against these sneaky, time-stealing digital interruptions. I mean, think about the culprits here. Vibrating phones, game app notifications popping up out of nowhere, social media alerts, the endless buzzing of peer group chats. These alerts are practically designed to overwhelm your brain. They mimic pure chaos. Literally, every single time your phone buzzes, it steals this tiny fraction of your attention right away from the task at hand. And those tiny fractions, they add up to hours of lost time. If your brain feels like a bouncy ball, it's definitely because these notifications are the ones constantly tossing it around. Moving on to Section 2, 3 hacks for focus, equipping your brain to win. So we are going to build this impenetrable fortress of focus, and we'll do it using 3 actionable strategies to totally defeat those digital villains we just talked about. The game plan is simple. Mind your own business, turn off your alerts, and schedule your social media. These are simple, stress-reducing steps that you can literally take right now. So let's break down exactly how these are going to give you your time back. All right, hack number 1, mind your own business. Now, I know that might sound a little blunt, but trust me, it is a massive game changer. Ignoring online drama isn't just about staying out of trouble, it's actually a calculated technique to reduce your stress during study time. The source material we're looking at calls this practicing selective attention. When you make a conscious decision to just not worry about what your peers are doing or saying online while you're trying to work, you are taking back control of where your brain power goes. You are selecting the assignment over the drama. And shutting out all that background noise lets you focus entirely on the task in front of you, which shrinks your stress down to zero and lets your focus just skyrocket. Hack number 2, turn off alerts. This means putting your phone, your tablet, your computer, the whole shebang straight onto do not disturb mode. Why? Well, because as the source points out, alerts are literally engineered to steal your attention. The second a notification pops up, your concentration is broken. And honestly, the hardest part of studying isn't even the studying itself. It's trying to get back on track after you've been derailed by a ping. By silencing notifications across all your devices, you're building this protective wall right around your study time. You stop the interruptions before they can even happen, making it basically impossible for those digital villains to break your flow. And that brings us to our 3rd hack, schedule social media. Look, if you're doing your math homework, you cannot have a game app sitting open in the background. I know it sounds super obvious, but so many of us try to multitask exactly like this. Instead of letting games or TikTok or whatever constantly interrupt your workflow, you've got to take control. The strategy here is to designate specific, short chunks of time to check your feeds or play a game, but treat it as a reward. Tell yourself, okay, I'm going to do math for 20 solid minutes, and then boom, I get 5 minutes on my app. You're turning the distraction into actual motivation. You are the one in charge of when you look at it, not the other way around.
Section 3, Leo's success story. From hours of homework to maximum free time.
Let's look at a highly relatable example of what actually happens when you put these hacks into practice. So before making any changes, Leo was checking his friends' posts every couple of minutes while he was trying to study. And the result? Hours and hours of super stressful homework. It just dragged on forever. But then he made one single major change. He separated himself from his electronics by just putting his phone in a completely different room during study time. The result? fast homework, and way more free time. By just completely eliminating the source of the bouncing ball, the time it took him to finish plummeted. It is proof of the amazing payoff that's waiting for you.
Section 4. The focus payoff. Taking charge of your brain.
The absolute crucial point here is captured beautifully in this quote directly from the source material. Reclaim control of your focus. Because when you actually use these hacks, when you mind your own business, when you turn off those alerts, and when you schedule your social media, you aren't just getting your homework done faster. You are literally taking charge of your own brain. You're strengthening your concentration muscles, you learn more, you retain information so much better, and most importantly, you win back your own free time. You actually have the agency to change your daily study habits just through these small, manageable steps. You are firmly in the driver's seat here.
Section 5. Your 20-minute challenge. Time to test your focus arsenal.
So I want to leave you with a direct challenge for your very next study session. I dare you to try applying the 3 hacks we just covered. Flip on Do Not Disturb, put the phone in another room, and completely ignore the outside world. Can you survive just 20 minutes of homework with absolute 0 notifications? Just see if you can stay entirely focused for 20 short minutes. I completely guarantee you are going to be amazed at how much you get done, how much less stressed you feel, and how quickly you get to slam those books shut and actually enjoy your free time. Reclaim your focus, stop the bouncing ball, and take your time back. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and seriously, good luck with the challenge.